Hello, everybody.
Everybody, yeah, rock your body, yeah. Everybody, rock your body, right? Backstreet's back. Is it Backstreet?
All right, yeah.
Is it Backstreet or
Yeah.
is it? I don't know.
No, it's Backstreet.
Anyway,
Cluck around and find out.
Cluck
around and find
Oh, you
out.
got the lips. What kind of match? Got the tie-dye thing, kind of. I don't
Rolling
know.
Stones, that's right. I love my tongue back.
Hey, folks, I'm Darren, aka Southern Momma.
And I'm Red Squirrel, and we are here with wild
And funny news. My story's more wild today. What about you?
Mine is kind of just crazy.
Okay, I can deal with crazy. I can deal with crazy.
Crazy.
Well, why don't you go ahead and start us off crazy?
Well, so let me tell you, prices for entertainment have gotten completely out of hand. I mean, outrageous. I'm very thankful and that our ticket prices haven't changed.
No.
In like
They usually
8
went
years.
anywhere from $25 all the way to $45.
Yeah.
So that's pretty. It's been that way since 2016.
Well, Phil and I've been to see Pink. Amazing show. Absolutely amazing. Worth every cent. But here recently we were looking at tickets for her, and they are like, for just not even the medium seats, like $345, $395.
No, we just won't see
per
that.
person, yeah. And so then it was like, okay, Chris Stapleton's coming to Birmingham. Let's look and see how much. His were $495.
Guess we won't be seeing
His were more than Pink. Anyway, so this family, or this husband and wife, they bought tickets to see Pink in
Sure.
concert. Well, at the time they bought the tickets, she was pregnant.
Pink?
Okay? No,
Oh.
the lady who bought the tickets.
yeah, okay, yeah.
She was pregnant. Well, she had her baby. And so they were like, okay, they're planning on going to the concert. It's a little newborn baby. And they were
They
like,
brought the baby with them to the concert.
well, they were like, okay.
Always a good move, stupid. I mean, lady.
I know. But they didn't want to get a babysitter. And so they were like, let's just take the baby to the concert. Or, of course, hopefully they would have had some little, yeah. So they get in touch with the place where the concert's being held. And they're like, hey, is it okay if we bring a little nappy bag, for our little newborn baby? And they
We got a fetus we want to stick in it. Can we bring it with us?
They were like, sure you can. That's what we're probably gonna get through, the security. And, but you're gonna have to have a ticket for that baby. They were gonna have to pay $180 to get their baby into the concert.
And they were probably dumb enough to do it, weren't they?
Well, so they took to social media. Of course, should we, what do y'all think? Should we do this? And then it's like, oh, what's next? They're going to start charging pregnant women for their unborn infants, to come into the concert. And a lot of people were like, blatant money grab. That's gross. Some other people, of course, were like, you're bringing a newborn
To a Pink concert?
To a concert. I mean, really, that's crazy to create a concert and you're bringing a newborn baby. And so, another fan pointed out, it's a general rule.
I mean, look. At that point, you're just putting your wants and desires over the health of the child. You need to be home. It needs to be in a nest safely. What the fuck are you doing? Do you really want to see Pink that goddamn bad? First of all, you're dumb enough to spend that much money on a ticket. Then you're even dumb enough to spend that much money on 2 fucking tickets. And then, if all that wasn't enough, you're even more stupider to take your newborn child and your japing vagina that probably needs to be at home on bed rest somewhere. I mean, goddamn. Look.
Okay, so they could have done
so
the math.
stupid.
When you're going to a Pink concert, okay, honey, the Pink concert is this date. Okay, I'm pregnant. I'm going to have my baby.
Yeah, I mean,
Boom. You could have realized that anyway.
Little fella could have got COVID, could have got stepped on, could have been trampled. What if there's a fire? Like, what the fuck? People forgot.
Okay, well, anyway, so the family, of course, checked out, with the stadium, double checking the baggage allowance, all this and that. You got to have, a ticket for the baby. But they did change their mind.
Well, thank God.
No,
What happened?
not the parents. The stadium changed their mind. They waived the charges for the baby, and they even offered the fans parking closer to the stadium entrance. The stadium came through.
Stop. Still bad decision. Bad decision. I mean, look, okay, let's say there's people out there, money's not an option. They want a night out. Fine. Drop whatever amount of money, ungodly amount of money that you could have spent on something else a little bit more, realistic. But you go. You're having a good time. And all you can hear from seats B12 and B13, and when you're not hearing that, you got a titty out, Wilts,
Anyway,
I don't feel sorry for people like that.
The story was about, them having to pay $180.
Good. I hope they should have paid them more. In fact, they should have kept the price of the child and doubled that for putting the child at risk and the people that are around them that's got to hear, while Pink's vagina's flying through the damn air in the rafters. Next story. God almighty. Housewoman in Houston. This is an old story. This is an old story, but I think it deserves being brought up again because I'm on one today, folks. But I think that this story is actually from 2022. So it's a couple years old, but I think it deserves talked about a little bit because we're starting to see things like this happening often now. What with trafficking and whatever. I mean, they got people scared to death to go out in their own damn yard. Don't be. Go out and enjoy your life. Don't be just scared. The Lord cast you out in the earth like a sheep in the forest full of wolves. He knows you're going to run into problems. He knows you're going to they don't want you to be scared. But we can spread stories like this and help people understand that certain things can happen. A Houston woman, her and her husband, they got to dinner. Erin Means was celebrating her birthday when her and her husband ate at a Houston restaurant Tuesday afternoon. As they were leaving to head to the local spa, going to get a little massage, she noticed a napkin wedged in the passenger door of their vehicle. She asked her husband, honey, did you put this here? He's like, no, of course not. I don't know what you're talking about. It's the wind probably lodged in it, whatever. So she grabs a napkin, throws it away, disperses it, whatever, that moves on with her life. Memes then went back inside the restaurant, washed her hands, and got back into the car. Shortly after leaving, she says her fingers started to tingle when she opened up the car door. And that she's quoted as saying, maybe 5 minutes, my whole arm started tingling and feeling numb. I couldn't breathe. She said, I started getting hot flashes, my chest was hurting, and my heart was beating extraordinarily fast. Her husband drove her to the nearest hospital where doctors ran urine samples, blood tests, and a CAT scan. She was quoted as saying, they said my vitals were all over the place. She's quoted as saying, the doctor came in and told me it wasn't enough in my system to determine what it was, but said that it was acute poisoning from an unknown substance. Her doctor even told her that it sounded like a failed kidnapping attempt. Miss Mims was quoted as saying, all I could do was think about my babies. It was the scariest moment of my life, yada, yada, yada.
Had she not washed her hands,
could have been worse.
Could have been so much worse.
Could have been worse. I'm thinking she probably got some obvious on her hand from the napkin. Then she went back and touched the doorknob. That's a very scary thing. I think that it's something that people should think about. Also, you mentioned too before the podcast that you had heard of situations where people with the money
and putting things up underneath their windshield wiper,
right?
Like a paper, like a card or like some kind of advertisement or something, and they put
so that when they get out, they're out there watching the cars, they see a cute whoever whatever kind of person they desire come out, they get in the car, I need to move that, they get out as they're getting out, then they come back. And also too, when it comes to stealing people's identifications or numbers, off of for things, to make purchases with, like their debit card numbers and social security numbers and stuff like that. There's a lot of prank phone calls. I'll tell you, I got one the other day. I didn't know this, but I didn't know that, I don't know if it's the way with credit cards, but with your debit cards, I have LLC accounts, we have regular personal accounts, business accounts, and all of those cards, I think they have 16 numbers on it? All of the first 8 numbers never change. I didn't know, I guess I just never realized that. And I had a phone call the other day. This guy, I'm with so-and-so bank. I'm trying to help you out here. Goes in this big long spiel. He sounds legit. He's like, listen, so I need to verify your card number is the following. And he gives me the first 8. He said, I need you to give me the other 8 in order to cancel out whatever. And he goes on this little spiel. And I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah. And I think I'm one. I was like, wait. Then why don't you tell me my number? And he's like, no, that ain't how this works. It's kind of a security form. I was like, well, you already know my date of birth. You already know whatever. Yeah, he knew all that.
Oh my God.
He needed the last 4, and I almost
would have cleaned
me out. And I said,
and never seen it again.
I said, you're crazy. I said, this is not a valid, blah, blah, blah. He told me to F myself and hung up the phone. Talk about making the right call. Yeah. I mean, of course, it's nowhere near the significance of just about being knocked unconscious by a weird substance on your vehicle. But these are things I feel like that needed some light. I feel like even though it's a 2-year-old story.
Especially women, going into the store by themselves, and something that I've never really thought about is they say not to park next to a van. Those, don't park next to a van because they could just,
And if you have one parked beside you,
yes. Get you.
Yes, then you need to see them there's nothing in it.
Yes.
This is bottom funny news, but also informative. You know what I mean? We're keeping you safe. Keeping you safe, and we love you so much. And our prayers for those with dealing with the hurricane and then the destruction down there. We love you so much. We're going to give it back to you folks. So what did we learn today? We learned to don't be stupid and take your kids into a movie theater or a Pink concert, and don't be touching weird napkins or money lodged under your
That's right.
in your car. I'm Darren at AK Southern Momma.
And I'm Red Squirrel. Y'all have a great day.
Absolutely. We'll see you soon. Don't forget, check out comediandarrennight.com for the nearest show near you.